Yo, what's up? This is John from J Innovation Girl Gin Up. Peach capital with a steak, baby. What's up, Elko? What's up, 84? Figured I'd jump on here for just a few minutes, not long. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more live videos. I've been slacking, do a couple during the day, keep y'all updated, and let you see behind the scenes of the part that most people don't see. Hell no. Can't you see the pressure in my eyes? Whew. No, it's not gone. I wish it'd hurry up and rain, do something. Boy, it feels like some big old fat woman sitting on my head. Got my damn head squeezed in between her butt cheeks. I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah. Feels like she's sitting there doing this. Got my head just squeezed. Yeah. Feel like she want me to do motorboat with her butt cheeks or something, like Barry White. I don't know. But I appreciate that 84 yesterday. That had me laughing. That had me laughing. Somebody sent me a message and said because I got too hot yesterday and my electrolytes was low, but that wasn't what it was. I think it's because, man, it rained. It's rained every day, man, for a month. And if I'd have planted a garden here at my house and not up the road, it wouldn't have rained not a damn drop here. But what's up, Carolina Big? So I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit of backstory on behind the scenes. So everybody want to do big boy shit until it's time to do big boy shit, right? Everybody want to do big boy shit until it's time to do big boy shit. So on this F-150, I got everything done except the fuel system, right? So I'm getting a list together of everything that I got and everything that I don't have. Then I have to make orders. So this is what you considered administration, right? So I'm everything. I'm the janitor, I'm the landscaper, I'm the parts guy, I'm the unloader, I'm everything. A to Z, A to Z. See, everybody want to do big boy shit until it's time to do big boy shit. So, and I'm sure I could be a little bit more efficient. Everybody could. We can all do better. But I can't even hire nobody to do this because most people don't even know what's going on. And then you got to babysit them. You got to hold their hand. Then you got to go behind and check them. You got to micromanage them. Man, it's just, you just got to understand the person next to you is not going to have the same passion and the same drive that you have. And once you realize that, you will be a whole lot better off. I've hired people in the past. I've paid them good money and they still don't do good. You pay them little money and they still don't do good. You give them everything that they need. You give them access to the shop. You let them use all the tools because they don't have no tools, and you still pay them good money, and they still don't do what they're supposed to do. You still got to go behind them and check. You still got to go check. Tea and cream would hit right now. I need some I'm thinking about getting some ice cream, honestly. Damn dog whining again. So let me show you. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here long, but let me show you. So I need. All right, hold tight. Let me get this out of here. So this is the fuel pump assembly. Damn, they didn't want nobody to get it out of the damn box. That's for damn sure. All right, so this is the fuel pump assembly, right? For this Sniper 2 system, right? This goes down into the tank, right? So I have to cut a hole in the tank and then put this down and then it has these locking tabs, and that holds into it, and then that's that, right? This, yeah, we're almost to 4,000 Carolina Big. I mean, less than 100, boy. And then this drops down into the tank, and then you have the sock, and then this hose right here is adjustable, right? So this is an in-tank system. I'm gonna show you on this paper, right? This is an in-tank system for this F-150, right? So this is what this is right here. All right, so it's a universal pump hanger installation kit for Sniper 2, right? All right, so this is what this is, right? You take and you cut a hole in your tank, you measure the depth, then you adjust the length of this. So the sock is setting flush on the bottom of the tank, right? It says minimum tank depth requirement is 6.5 and then 7 1/4 for 1960 and 1935. Well, we have the 1960 or 360, so we got the 360, all right? So I need at least 7.5 depth, right? Okay. Once you do all this, then it tells you it's a returnless type, so you don't have to have a return line. Then it shows you how to do all that, and then it comes with a gasket, and pretty much that's it. And then it's a little drawing right here that shows you fuel pump, ground, wire, harness, all that. So with that being said, this blue wire right here is the trigger wire for the fuel pump for the Sniper 2 system, right? So basically this wire, right here will hook to one of these wires, and then that's it. So when the fuel system comes on, it activates the pump. The pump comes on, you're good to go. There's the rest of the hardware. There's the bracket. There's the clamps. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, if you could put Legos together, you could pretty much put this together. You know what I'm saying? So here is the inline filter that they highly recommend running with. It is part number 16-554. You don't have to use this, but it's a 10 micron filter. So if you're running a filter, make sure it's a 10 micron filter and run it. I know Evil Fuel has a lot of stuff and a lot of kits. So if you want to go that route, you can go that route. So that's that. Now, with that being said, I have a bunch. What's up, Mexican? What's up, Lee? I have a bunch Wouldn't that work with most LS swaps with a pressure regulator? Yes. 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 Yes, this would work. Yes. This pump right here is 340 LPH, liters per hour. Okay. Yes, it would work. It's it right here. Let's see. Yeah, you could use this one, or also with a LS, you could also do this. You could use their inline. You can use their inline pump. That's what I'm using on the 63 Impala. And this pump right here pumps 55 to 65 PSI. So depending on what your injectors are, if you're using stock injectors, then that would work. If you didn't want to do what I'm doing, you could do it this way, where you drill a hole in there and then you got the AN fittings for the pickup or the return, and then you have it for that. This is the way I'm running it on the 63 Impala engine, is this one right here, because it has a Sniper 2 system too. Man, I've already put a bunch of these sun guns in already. So with that being said, let's see, did I miss something? No. All right, so that's that. So I've been sitting down and looking to see what fittings I have, and I have a lot of fittings, right? I have a lot of fittings, and all these are Evil Energy fittings, right? I use a bunch of them. I got a bunch left over. This right here's got a pressure, like this one will screw onto a rail, and then you could put a pressure sensor out there like this right here. So you got this rail, and then you got the pressure sensor here, so I can still see what the pressure is on the rail. But what I do not have is I don't have any line, right? So I don't have any line. This is 8 AN. This is 8 AN. And then the where's that? Right there. On the Sniper 2 system, it's it's AN6, which is 3/8. So right here, this goes right here like that. Okay. But all I have is 90s. I don't have no straights. So I got a bunch of 90s. So I have a bunch of 90s, but I don't have any straights. So plus I need pressure line. I need fuel injection line. So I just went over to Evil Energy, to their website, looked it up, and I found they have a kit, 25-foot kit with, and then you just click on the thing, what fittings that you need. So I got a 25-foot fuel injection kit with some straights, some 90s, or not 90s because I got plenty of 90s, some straights, some 180s, and some 45s. Then I had to get a coupling that goes, see, I have to get a coupling that goes from, let me see if I can turn this around. So I need a coupling. See that? See that screws into that like that. And then this one screws in there like this. But that's 8 AN to 8 AN. What I need, see, that's if I was running 1/2-inch line, right? If I was running 1/2-inch line, that would work. But I'm not running 1/2-inch line, I'm running 3/8 line. So I need 8 AN to 6 AN, right? Once I do that, then I can take this straight and put on there and go from there. Now, somebody's probably gonna say, well, why ain't you running 1/2-inch? Well, this truck right here is bone stock. It's a stock 351 Cleveland, or excuse me, stock 351 modified. It just says in the fuel, in this, it says run a minimum, of 3/8 line, right? So that's what I'm gonna run as a 3/8 line. But like I said, I went to Evil Energy. I know some of the guys like Tulu TV and 84 Cuddy. I know they're sponsored by Evil Energy. But I'm gonna get a bunch of stuff. 3/8. Why though? Hold on. My pop says happy birthday, Chief. I can't complain. 3/8. Why though? 3/8. Well, Well, 3/8 minimum. I mean, that's. I understand what you're saying, Mike, but it says 3/8. So it says recommended 3/8 minimum. So that's what I'm gonna put on it, 3/8 minimum. There's no sense in putting 1/2 inch. There's no sense in putting 1/2 inch line on it, because it's just in this application. There's no sense in running 1/2 inch line. So we're just gonna run 3/8. Also, so I got that ordered, and I had to order everything 2 times. And you're like, why? Well, the box truck right here, it has the same fuel system. It has the same Sniper 2 system on it. This one has a Terminator Max on it. So it has the same fuel pump, same everything. So I have to order everything in 2s. So everything that I need to hook this one up, and everything I need to hook this one up, I need to order 2 of it. So I need 2 I need 2 fuel line kits. I need everything in 2s. I run 1/2 inch and 3/8 at the last. Well, they're not going to swap this out to a 429. I mean, that's a good that's a good suggestion, but they're not going to take the engine out because this truck's numbers matching 351 modified. The only thing we're doing is taking the stock carburetor off and putting a fuel injection carburetor, a fuel injection style, a Sniper 2 system on it because he wants to run fuel injection. I'm putting everything in a box. I'm bagging, tagging, label everything. So if he ever decides to sell this truck and somebody wants to put the carburetor back on it, they can put it back, and there's nothing that's been changed on it. And then somebody can just replace the fuel tank because I'm dropping the old fuel tank and putting a new fuel tank on there because I got to cut a hole in it to put this fuel pump in it. And once I do that, this guy's waited 47 years to buy this truck. This guy tried to buy this truck new in 1978 and somebody beat him to it. 47 years later, the original owner sold it to the guy that originally tried to buy this truck. So this truck, I'll go walk around on it. This truck, the only thing he changed was the tires. And he still has the stock wagon wheels on it, has a 351 modified, automatic, full-wheel drive, F100, custom, and he put new exhaust on it because the old exhaust was rotted out. So that's pretty much it. But that's it. So here's the truck right here. Like I said, 351 modified. Got the Sniper 2 system put in. The monitor right here, I actually used an existing hole that was already there. So I didn't drill no holes in the bottom of the dash. I mean, this thing is, if you are a Ford guy or just a truck guy in general, I mean, this truck is super, super nice. Super nice. Like I said, I just took the stock carburetor off, got the fuel injection carburetor on there, run that little bracket. I got to put all this stuff in wire loom all the way over. I got a new filter. I'm gonna clean out that. I'm gonna clean that. Look at, I mean, I think that filter is from 1978. I don't know, but anyways, I got that. I'm gonna put all that stuff. So basically, the only thing I've took off is the carb. That's pretty much it. Like I said, this blue wire right here is the one that's gonna activate the fuel pump. So I just want to let y'all know how fast things add up. How fast, how quick, right? How fast. All right, so for the 78 F-150, the fuel injection lines and fittings, $175, or everything I need, like $175. New gas tank, new straps, new O-rings. If I'm already in there, I might as well put a new sending unit in there for the gas gauge. Even though it has the one that's already in there and it works, if you're already there, you might as well replace it, okay? So that right there is $200. So you got $175 for all the lines, the fuel injection lines, the A&N fittings. That's $175. Then you got $198 for a new gas tank, new straps, new sending unit, okay? Then the air filter's $15, and then the labor yesterday doing what I was doing, I had about 4.5 hours in it, so then you got labor, right? So all that comes up to be, if you can do the math, you add it up. Now, let's jump on to the 61 F100. New radiator, new aluminum coil, new four core aluminum radiator with fans, $325. Radiator support, $275. All the bolts and hardware yesterday that I had to get, $18. The metal and stuff I used to make all the brackets yesterday, $57. All the fuel line kit, A&N fittings and all that stuff for that, same price, $175. And then you got labor on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. Then you got the labor on that. So it adds up super quick, super quick, super quick. And not even finished, not even finished. If I had the gas tank and all the lines, I could probably be done with the F-150 today. So with that being said, I got my list right there. I got everything wrote down. And then here's the thing. Now I know, now I can say, okay, I've already, this will be Sniper 2 system number 1. This will be Sniper system 2, the second one. And then the Impala is the third one. This one is the fourth one. So I have installed 4 Sniper systems, either the Terminator Max or the Sniper 2 systems, within the last 4 months. On 1, 2, 3, 4 vehicles. So now I'll take everything that I've learned from all 4 vehicles and say, okay, now I know, I can't even say it. Now I know what it takes and what I need to do. Hold on a second. Now I know what it takes to do a swap, and I can give a better idea of what I need. And then to be more efficient, I can order everything that I need and keep it in stock, so it's a fast turnaround. Toolbox in the bed of the Ford. No, there's no toolbox in the bed of the Ford. There's no toolbox. All right, let me catch up on these messages, man. Y'all been killing it. All right, hold on a second. Let's see. All right. What's up, Scoot? Hey, yeah, Scoot, take care of what you got to take care of, man. We ain't going nowhere. I can't say aluminum. 40 people in here at that like button. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mike. I appreciate that. All right, so that's that. With that being said, with that being said, now I can kind of get an idea on what's needed so I can be better efficiency and better to execute, go there. Also, I want to give a shout out to my brother, Boss Diesel, AKA Derek Pickney. Derek Pickney has got competition this weekend, tomorrow in Delaware. He's got the Strongman, Tough Man contest. And I know you watching this, brother, and I know you don't hardly comment, but you'll probably text me after this. So I'm going to see if anybody's got anything else to say. Anybody got anything got that going on? Also, when I do lives, I clock out. So if anybody's worried, am I billing my clients when I'm on live? No, I clock out. So I clock out to do lives, to give y'all updates, and then I clock back in to do what I need to do. But like I said, if I had all the fuel stuff, I could have had this F-150 done. I could probably wrap it up today, but I thought everything was in the kit, but it's been a few months since the kit was ordered. Got it here, missing some things, little odd end things, but you know, you hope for the best and plan for the worst, right? He's not here. He's not here. He just helped me. He just helped me the other day. That he's gone. He went back to Virginia. He's a traveling welder, pipe welder and stuff like that. So he does a lot of work out of state, Virginia, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, stuff like that, and in the state of North Carolina. I've known him for a long time. He was free. He was free that day, and he came over and helped me and hammer drilled, and then that bead roller came in, and he helped me put that together. Sinus containing pain from dollar during water. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go get something. I take allergy medicine every night, and I rotate. All right, so I'll start taking it about 3 or 4 months before the pollen starts breaking out, and then I'll take one for a little bit, and then I'll take another one, and I rotate back and forth. But it's not I don't know, but I gotta have something. There was a year mid-70s that used a Swiss cheese frame. You need to look at. Mid-70s with a Swiss cheese frame that you need to look out for. And what? Car, truck, dump truck, station wagon, tractor, airplane, wheelbarrow, go-kart, moped. What are we looking for? FAQ. What are we looking for? That's a broad spectrum, big dog. That's a broad spectrum. All right. So been on there 27 minutes. So probably going to Ford truck. Mid-70s that used a Swiss cheese frame. What do you mean Swiss cheese frame? What? You're gonna have to be more specific. He said wheelbarrow. I'm not talking about the 2 wheels. I'm talking about the single wheel. And that son bitch is half flat. All right, and I'm getting a haircut today. I'm going to go see my people up there at the Hispanic barbershop, and I might get me a Chuck Liddell mohawk today. I might get me a Chuck Liddell Iceman mohawk today. So we 27 minutes forward lighting the frames for gas mods. Never heard of that. That's I'll have to do some research on that. I've never heard of that. That's a new one on me. So I'll have to do some research on that and see. So here we go, boys and girls. My buddy, my brother from another mother, Derek Pickney, aka Boss Diesel. Y'all remember I told you he come out with a book. His first series of his book, it dropped on Amazon. Y'all need to check it out. I'll put it down in the description. He has competition tomorrow in Delaware for the strongman contest, or for the strongman Viking contest. They got their kilts on and ready to go. And I think a lot of Derek. I think a lot of him. We text each other every day. Been texting each other every day probably since about 2008, 2009. He's retired Army, double Purple Heart recipient, super great guy. When I'd say I would fight with him in the ditches, I would fight with him in the ditches. I would fight with him in the ditches. Shoulder to shoulder, back to back, front, whatever. I cannot put it in words what he means to me. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. He is proven himself not only to be an unweathered friend through the thick, the thin, the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, through all the storm, through all the sunshine, through all the bad, he's been there. No questions asked, no nothing. He's always been there. And I've been there for him from day one. Day one. Day one. Day one. He's big as a fucking refrigerator. I call him a silverback gorilla. He is fucking huge. I'm telling you, he is a big, that's why I call him Cock Diesel. He is huge. He is a big boy. He grown. He grown. He grown. He my buddy. He my brother. Like I said, I would fight with him in the ditches, or we bake cakes, whatever he wants to do. Yeah, he is, he's my buddy. He is my comrade, my brother in arms. He is a brother from another mother. He is He is a very true, dear friend. So Derek, this is for you, big dog. Derek's going to competition tomorrow, and he's going to Delaware, and I hate I'm going to miss it. I wish I could go to support him in his endeavors. And this is what I told him this morning. I said, don't focus on the white noise. Don't focus on nothing. Focus on you. Get your mind right. Breathe. Get your mind right and breathe. Don't worry about nothing else. You're not in competition with nobody else but the man in the mirror. The man you see in the mirror that morning, tomorrow morning, Derek, that person that you see in the mirror, that's the person you're in competition with. You're not in competition with the man next to you trying to pick up this. You're not in competition with the man next to you trying to pick up that. You are in competition with yourself and yourself alone. I want you to do the best you can do. Win or fail, do not give up. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. And in your mind tomorrow, keep pushing. Do not give up. Do not give up. When it hurts, push harder. If it hurts even more, push harder. If it hurts and you can't take no more, breathe. Take a breath in and breathe. Relax. Get your mind right and take another step. Take another step. Push again and again and again until you hear the horn blow or until you cross the finish line or until they pick you up off the deck. Do not give up. Do not stop. Keep pushing. Push your body until it cannot be pushed anymore, and then push it some more. Do not stop. Do not let your body trick your mind to tell you to give up. Keep pushing until you cannot push anymore. Keep pushing. God damn it, Cookie, give me my 12 steps. I want you to get to the end, brother. I want you to call me and tell me that you made it to the end. I want you to call me and show me that you got the gold around your neck. I want you to call me and tell me that you won. I want you to call me and tell me and say, brother, I got the trophy. I want you to call me. God damn it, Cookie, give me my 12 steps and I don't accept nothing else. Let's go. Remember what I said, boys and girls, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's, and let's do this shit. Let go.